Hey guys, this is Karthikeya Kantwal from Apex Finserv and I'm back with your daily dose of charts for tomorrow's trading session. But before we move on to what's new for tomorrow, talking about all the trades that we discussed yesterday, sadly none of the equity trades were triggered because the buy levels were invalidated as because of the huge gap down. The prices opened below our entry points, so no point talking about them. As per as far as my personal trades are concerned, as far as the index analysis is concerned, even there most of my levels were invalidated and I chose to sit out. But I hope you guys continued the green streak today. Even if you did not trade, please don't regret it. Money not lost is money earned. Always keep that in mind. Now, without wasting much time, quickly moving on to what's new for tomorrow. The first equity trade that we have is a short planned on Asian Paints, where we are going to go for a short at a supply zone, which also happens to be a major historical resistance for this particular script. Stop loss being placed at 2680. Idle targets 1% on the downside. The second trade is on Torrent Pharma, where we are going to go for a slightly aggressive buy position, as what happened to be a previously strong support turn resistance now has been crossed over with a confirmed role reversal. So we are going to go for a buy at that very level at 2550. Stop loss at 2515. Idle targets 1% on the upside. The third trade is on Maruti, where again similar to Torrent Pharma, we are going to go for a buy at a support level. However, it's not nearly as aggressive. It is pretty conservative in nature and it is a very old support at 6450. Stop loss at 6350. Ideal targets 1% on the upside. The fourth equity trade is on TCS, where we are going to go for a role reversal based trade, which also happens to be a previous swing point for added confirmation. Buy at 3200. Stop loss at 3155. Ideal targets 1% on the upside. The final equity trade that we have is on Kotak. Now the reason here is it's quite literally the middle point of a flat trading range that we have on Kotak, from about 1730 to, you can say, about 1805 or 1810 on the upside. We're going to go for a short at 1760. Stop loss at 1780. Ideal targets 1% on the downside. Now moving on to the index side of things, first of all talking about the charts, starting with Nifty. Now as you can see, we had planned entries around 14700 ke niche short, 14800 ke upar buy. But to be honest, going by this big candle, it was pretty difficult for anybody to take aggressive short entries. But still, if you're using something like a 5 minutes time frame, then it was very much doable. Nifty, we do have a critical zone at 14300. If that is sustained, we can see an up move till 14390 or 14400 with little to no difficulty. However, if that is not sustained, then we will see break of 14200 followed by a testing of 14000 eventually. When I talk about the option chain for Nifty, I have immediate resistance at 14400 with 1.3 million added contracts. Significant at 14500 with 2.9 million added contracts. Support is weak relatively, but still immediate is at 14300 with 519,000 added contracts. Significant is at 14,000 with 534,000 added contracts. When I talk about the PCR of volume, that comes out to be at 0.91, so nothing really exciting there. It is moderately bearish, but judging by the fall that we had today, it wouldn't really take a smart person to say that it would be bearish. When I move on to the second chart, which is BANKNIFTY too, we have one critical zone at 13650 till about 13700. It's a 50-60 points odd zone. If that is sustained tomorrow on a retest and confirmed, we will see 31,000 with relative ease. If that is broken down, we will move down to 3250 and 30,000 eventually. When I talk about the option chain on BANKNIFTY, I have immediate resistance at 31,000, of course, with 775,000 added contracts. Significant at 31,500 with 720,000 added contracts. Support comes in at 3,700 with 110,000 added contracts. Significant support at 3,500 with 19.9 thousand added contracts. When I talk about the PCR of volume, however, interestingly, it is a lot less bearish today at 0.86 than it was at yesterday, which I believe was 0.99. Correct me if I'm wrong. So let's see what happens tomorrow for both Nifty and BANKNIFTY. If and I hope we don't have a big gap up or gap down, because that really ruins the pre-made analysis that we had prepared. So let's see. As I say every time, wait for the first 15 to 30 minutes, if possible 45 minutes, form a direction, form a bias on where the markets are headed, and then trade accordingly. Now this marks the end of tonight's video. These are all the charts that I had to share with you. If you like the analysis, if you like the content, don't forget to leave a nice comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press that bell notification icon as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and green trading session tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.